This week, the San Diego Asian Film Festival is holding its spring showcase. Tonight, the Nat at Balboa Park is hosting a screening of a documentary on the rise of the Filipino food scene. KPBS reporter Beth Accomando is there with some of the people involved in the making of the film. Hi, Beth.
Hi. I wish you guys could smell what I could smell down here. There are some great smells from this documentary that's coming up. So I'm here at the Nat, where Pacific Arts Movement is holding their spring showcase, and they will be screening the film Ulam, Main Dish, which is a documentary about Filipino food. And I'm fortunate enough to have the director of the film here, Alexandra Cuerdo. So what led you to make this documentary?
It was a really long process, the last 3 years of connecting with my roots, basically. And so what I really wanted to do was find a way to understand what it was to be Filipino American. And so for me, that was through food.
So you're using food kind of as an entry point to kind of give people an education about Filipino culture.
Definitely. For me, it was only natural. You know, I love to cook. I cook every day. And for me, like, restaurants were kind of like my meeting place to go with friends. And, it was a special place for me to go to prom, that kind of thing. And so for me, I really wanted to highlight these restaurants that I felt would give a home to a new generation of Filipino American kids.
Now, it's a bit cruel to show people a documentary about food without offering food. So what is the event you have following this?
Oh my gosh. So it's, I think, going to be a historic event. 300 plus people doing Kamayan style dining. So basically it's, you eat with your hands. It's almost like a Filipino luau, which is going to be amazing. So there's going to be a lot of banana leaves spread over a table. You put all the food in the middle, and it's going to be delicious.
Great. So one of the chefs and restaurateurs that are in the film is Nicole Ponseca. So tell me, women restaurateurs are not a common thing. So what led you to go into the restaurant business and make it such a success?
Wow, thank you. Well, first of all, I'm a local. I'm from San Diego, so I'm really happy to be here. But I am from New York now. And I had the dream of putting Filipino food on the map about 20 years ago in 1998 when I saw very little representation. So to be here in San Diego doing Kamayan and this film and Ali's achievement is very surreal. It's been 20 years in the making for me personally, just to help see Filipino food get any kind of spotlight.
And what do you hope this documentary might achieve?
I can, for myself, I had very little representation growing up. I grew up in Escondido and Rancho Bernardo, so there were so many Filipinos around us. But when you looked in the media, the representation was null and void. I think I could count 3 people: Lou Diamond Phillips, Nia Peoples, and maybe Tia Carrere. So imagine when you're growing up, if you don't have people that look like you, you don't know necessarily what's possible. So even being a Filipino and a restaurateur, it's hard. It's challenging.
Now, I understand that there's going to be 13 chefs here, local chefs, and a lot of them don't get to cook Filipino food as part of their job. So what kind of an experience is that like for a chef to be able to kind of return to their roots to cook?
I can only imagine what it's like for all of these chefs to be here, to cook the food that they grew up with, to honor it, to elevate it, to put their spin on it. Let's not forget that chefs are still artists. So the food is an extension of their memories, of their heart, of their flavors, of their family. And now to be able to do it in a venue like this, not only is it a source of pride, but I have to say it helps legitimize the cuisine and their existence.
Well, thank you. I'm here at the San Diego Natural History Museum. Ulam Main Dish will also screen again tomorrow night, and the Pacific Arts Spring Showcase will continue through Thursday. I'm Beth Accomando, KPBS Arts reporter here at the Nat.